Right, so here we are, ready to start the third round. So this round also starts with a split ring with 3 stitches, a picot and 3 stitches, and the same on the other side. 3 stitches, 2, 3, a picot, and 3 stitches. I'm dropping my shuttle, using the other one to make the other side. 3 stitches, 2, 3, a picot, and 3 stitches, 2, 3, and close the ring. Now this round is a little bit more complex. So we're doing this one. In the original pattern, it was made in 2 rounds, so the lady had done just the rings and chains here, and then went back afterwards and did the petals, we're going to call them, afterwards, but I've done them in 1 round. So we're going to start here, and then start a bit of chain, do the flower, and then move on to the rest of the chain. So this time I will use regular stitches, regular chains, I mean to say, because we didn't then have to do thrown rings off it. So from here we reverse work, and a chain of 3, picot 3. This time I do have to wind back my shuttle. And I will work in reverse order stitches so they match on the front side. So 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, a picot, and 3 stitches, 2, 3. And now we're going to start the thrown rings. So they have 3 picots separated by 3 stitches. The first picot is going to be joined to the chain. So 1, 2, 3, and we're joining to the picot of the chain that we've just made. This, and 1, 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3, and a third picot. 1, 2, 3. So we're closing the first thrown ring like this, and making the next one. So repeat. There's 5 of those petals, not petals because they're a branch really, but we're going to call them petals. 2, 3, join to the previous thrown ring. 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3. Close the ring. And repeat, so that there are 5 of those rings. Whoops. Starting with the second half. 1, 2, 3. Picot. 1, 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3. Oh, a picot. 1, 2, 3, and close the ring. So although it's repetitive, I am going to do the whole pattern in this video, especially as I'm doing it in separate little videos. So I don't know, I've been told before, I've asked this question in previous videos, and many of you have said that you like to see the whole thing. So I'll go for the whole thing. So 3 stitches and join, 3 stitches, 2, 3, and a picot, 1, 2, 3, and a picot, 1, 2, 3, and close the ring. And the last ring. One, 2, 3, and join. 1, 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3, and a picot, and 3 more stitches, 2, 3, and close the ring. And now we're gonna complete the chain on the other side. So wrap the chain. I'm gonna fold this ring out of the way, the last ring, just to have better access to the threads and the stitches. And I'm continuing, because I'm still on the back side, with reverse order stitches. So starting with the second half. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to tighten this a little bit, snug my stitches, and unfold the ring and make the join on the last picot of the last ring. And 3 more stitches. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to snug them a bit again, and then reverse work and make the next ring. So this is not really a difficult pattern, but because you're working 3D, this ends up all being pulled together, and it's just sometimes a little bit fiddly to work with. That's the only thing I'd say about it. So 3 stitches. 2, I'm going to try to fold that out of the way a little bit. 2, 3, and join to the previous ring. And I'm folding that out of the way again. 1, 2, 3. And now we're joining to the base of the next ring from the previous round. So after the chain, at the base of the next ring. So I'm scrunching it up a little bit here to go and get my hook in this space, just at the base of the ring. And grab the thread, pull through, and try to get this chain out of the way as well, and tighten my join. And I'm going to start with the first half for 3 more stitches. 1, 2, 3, picot, 1, 2, 3, and close the ring. Like this. So now I'm going to reverse work like this and make the next chain. Wind back my shuttle. I might get my little mat out. Where is it? That's it. Right, so starting the next chain. 1, 2, 3, a picot, 1, 2, 3, and then we're starting on the rings again. Still reverse order stitches because we're on the back side. 2, 3, and we're going to join to the chain, the picot of the chain. And 3 more stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then we're joining also to the picot of the last ring of the previous flower. 1, 2, 3, and 1 more picot. 1, 2, 3, and close the ring. Like so. And now we're going to repeat that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and join. 1, 2, 3, picot. 1, 2, 3, picot. Bit too tiny, I think. 1, 2, 3, and close the ring. Next ring. 1, 2, 3, and join. 1, 2, 3, and join. Oh, that is really tiny. That's all right. 2, 3, and a picot, and 3 more stitches. 3, and close the ring. So that's the 3rd ring. One, 2, 3, and join. 1, 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3, and a picot, and 3 more stitches. 2, 3, and close the ring. That's it. Last petal. 2, 3, and join. 1, 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3, and close the ring. So that's the 5th ring. So now we're going to continue with the chain. So that's what I mean here, because you're trying to work here and this gets in the way, so you have to try to fold things out of the way a bit to be able to see what you're doing and have access to your stitches. So that's the first half here. Trying to leave no gaps. 2, 3. I'm going to unfold the ring and join to the last picot of the last ring. And 1, 2, 3. Snug my stitches and reverse work. Alright, that's 2 of them done. So now we're making the next ring. 1, 2, 3, and join to the previous ring. I'm folding that out of the way again. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to unfold, and now I want to join. Below the next ring, so between those two chains. So I'm squinching that a little bit that way and pushing my hook through here at the base of the ring, and grabbing the thread, folding this chain out of the way, and starting with a first half. Make 3 more stitches, 2, 3, picot, 1, 2, 3, and close the ring. Like this. It's getting all a bit crunched up, but that's okay. We'll give it a nice shape when we're finished. Reverse work, and the next chain. Wind back your shuttle. One, 2, 3, and a picot, 1, 2, 3, and the first ring. Oh, reverse order, let's not forget. 1, 2, 3, and join to the picot on the chain that you've just made. 1, 2, 3, join to the last ring of the previous flower. 1, 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3. So there's the join here, the join on the petal, and the last picot. Close the ring. And repeat. 1, 2, 3. Join to the previous petal. 1, 2, 3. Picot. 1, 2, 3. Picot. 1, 2, 3, and close the ring. And repeat. Nope. Start with the second half. 2, 3, and join. 1, 2, 3, picot. 1, 2, 3, picot. 1, 2, 3, and close the ring. So that's the third ring. One, 2, 3, and join. 1, 2, 3, picot. 1, 2, 3, picot. 1, 2, 3, and close. And then the last petal. 1, 2, 3. And join. 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3. You'll have to tell me after this one if you find that too long to see me do everything. I can just speed up the video for the part where it's just repeated. Now we're going to complete the chain. I'm going to fold the last ring out of the way and try to fold that a little bit as well. And make the first half stitch. 1, 2, 3. Unfold the ring and join. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And reverse work. And now we're making the 4th ring. So we're getting there now on this 3rd round. There we are. 1, 2, 3. Join to the previous ring. 1, 2, 3, and now we're joining to the base of the next ring of the previous round. So I'm pushing that here to try to get access here in between at the base and in between the 2 chain. Push my hook through, grab my thread, up, and pass the shuttle through it. I'm trying to fold this chain out of the way as well. Here we are. And then the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and a picot. And 1, 2, 3. So that's it, 3 of them made. Reverse work. Three stitches to the chain. 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3. Now we're making the throne rings. 1, 2, 3, and join to the chain. 1, 2, 3, join to the ring. 1, 2, 3, a picot. 1, 2, 3, a picot. 1. Oh no, that's too many, because I've got those 2 joins. Just 1 more picot. This is the fiddly part, having to undo tatting stitches. Here we are. And the next one. Oh yeah, that's it. So that's the ring. I've undone the extra stitch I'd made by mistake. Okay, so 4 more of these. Of course, you don't need to do front side, back side tatting if that doesn't suit you, and if you don't enjoy doing it, you can just do traditional tatting all the way, and it would look lovely also. And a picot, 3 more stitches, 2, 3, and a picot, 1, 2, 3. Close the ring. Third ring, 1, 2, 3, and join. 1, 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3, and a picot, and 3 more stitches. 2, 3. Close the ring. 1, 2, 3. Fourth one. 1, 2, 3. You'll have had enough of hearing me count to 3 after this, won't you? 2, 3, and a picot. 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3, and close the ring. And the last one. Oops. 1, 2, 3, and join. 1, 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3, and a picot, and 1, 2, 3, and close the ring. Now finishing the chain, I'm folding the last ring. One, 2, 3, and join. 1, 2, 3, and snug the stitches and reverse work. So now we're doing the last ring, and this will pull it all in. One, 2, 3. So joining to the previous ring. One, 2, 3, and now we're doing the last join in between the base of the next ring of the previous round between the 2 chains. This is where it's a little bit fiddly sometimes. And grab the thread. Like this. And 1, 2, 3, and then we have to join back also to the first ring of this round. That's it. And pull a loop through, and 3 more stitches to complete this last ring. 2, 3, and close the ring. And now we're going to make the last chain, and this is where we're going to use a split chain. so so we don't need to cut and tie. I love avoiding cutting and tying if I can. So reverse work to make the chain. So I'm going to make the first half, wind that back. Oh, let's go on the edge. So I'm making the first 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and I'm adding a link to a video that shows how to make split rings if you want to practice them. So this is the last chain, so 3 stitches, a picot, and 3 stitches, and this is our split chain. So what we want to do is join back where the chain would end. So we're going to join at the base of the first ring here. If I can find my little gap, I'm going to move my stitches a little bit. That's it. And I'm making a lock join with the core thread, like that. And before I tighten it, I want to look and visually leave myself enough space so it's about the same length that what I have on the other side. Just visually, if you see the bit of bare thread I'm leaving here, and I'm tightening my join. Okay, and then reverse work. So we're looking at the other side. We don't need this shuttle anymore. This one, we don't need it. We're going to use this one only to make the other half of our split chain. So normally I always hold my tatting between these 2 fingers, but this time I need this finger to make a loop. So I'm holding my tatting with my middle finger and thumb, and then wrap around my index, and I'm using this finger to hold it against my tatting, and then I pull the loop from here, pass my shuttle through it, tighten but not very tight, just as you can see there's a little loop left, and then with my index pull so that the loop flips to the other side. You see the loop was at the front, now it's at the back, and then I'm passing my shuttle through it at the same time, letting go with my index finger so that tightens. So that's the first half here. It looks a little bit complex, but once you've practiced it, it's not difficult. So hopefully if you've not made them before, you can go and have a look at the video specifically on split chains. And then I tighten the second half like this. So I've got 1 full stitch made. So again, around my index finger, using this finger to push it back against my tatting. With my shuttle, I pull this through, pass my shuttle through it, tighten until there's only a small loop, then pull with my index finger to flip the loop to the other side, and pass my shuttle through it again. Then tighten the first half, tighten the second half. That's 2 stitches made. Shuttle through, flip the loop, let go with my index so that it tightens the first half at the same time. Pass my shuttle, tighten this a little bit more, and then tighten the second half. So it's going to look a bit tight, like I don't have enough space, but it's better to have a bit tight, otherwise it goes too floppy and too big. So now we're making a picot. So again, pull the loop through, tighten, flip the loop to the other side, pass my shuttle through it. Oh, and now I do want to leave a little picot. So, like so, and then tighten the other half. So I've left myself a picot, and I don't have a lot of space to make my 2 other stitches, but we'll be all right. Around my finger, pull a loop, pass shuttle through, flip to the other side, pass shuttle through, tighten first half, tighten second half, and just 1 more stitch. I'm going to make myself a bit of space again around the finger, pass shuttle through, flipped loop to the other side, pass shuttle through, so there you have it, a split chain. And this lets us finish this round and end up with our shuttles where we want them to be, which is between the two rings there on the edge. So we want to end up here in the pattern. So now we're going to make the petals. Now we're on the front now, so I'm making them in the normal order of stitches. 1, 2, 3, and join to the chain. 1, 2, 3, join to the last ring of the previous flower. 2, 3, and a picot. 1, 2, 3. Next ring. 1, 2, 3. Join. 2, 3. A picot. 1, 2, 3. Picot. 1, 2, 3. Close the ring. Next one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Picot. 1, 2, 3. Picot. 1, 2, 3. Close the ring. And the fourth ring. 1, 2, 3. And join. 1, 2, 3. Picot. 1, 2, 3. A picot. 1, 2, 3. Close the ring. And the last ring, which is going to be a split ring. So 3 stitches, things get in the way. 1, 2, 3, and join. 1, 2, 3. So that's the first half of the split ring. So I'm using my other shuttle. So really close so there's no gap here. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm joining to the picot of the chain on the other side, grabbing the core thread, pulling the shuttle through, popping it so that it's my shuttle thread wrapped around the core thread here. 1, 2, 3, and before closing this ring we also want to join back to the picot of the flower on the other side as well. So I'm going to do the same join, pass my shuttle through it and pop it to the other side like this, and then close the last petal of this flower. Ta-da! So we've completed the ring, and with having used the split chain here, we're just in the right place to carry on with the next round. So it looks like I want to push my pen through it so you can see a bit, give it a bit more shape. There we are, starting to take shape. The next round also will pull this in. So that's it. That was round 3 of our little tree. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.